The podcast we brew, pints of beers just for you. IT on tap, the podcast we brew, pints and beers just for you.
Hello and welcome to episode 17 of IT on Tap. This is gonna be the first episode of the year 2026. So, Happy New Year. Welcome, Nick. Woo. We made it.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, 2026, new year, new me.
Who was gonna say it, huh?
Yeah. I stole your line.
Kinda. So now I have to ask the questions. Do you have some nice New Year resolutions for this year, Nick?
Yes. So the podcast is gonna be a very different podcast. No, I decided to dial back a little bit on the drinking, but I will make an exception for the podcast as everything.
Woohoo! Dial back on drinking. Well, you don't have to go super wasted every time.
No, I definitely don't, but I felt like in support of other people that decided that they will stop drinking on the first. I'm being a good friend or something.
Ooh, okay.
And I have some resolutions, yes. Definitely in development, like or personal and professional development. I used to have this goal for myself to get a certificate every month. And then I got kind of stuck in, the daily run of things, when things get busier, you get more responsibilities at work, and that kind of stopped. So I'm going to try and bring that back. Not every month, but a flow of certifications just to keep myself stimulated, let's say it like that.
And those certifications, is it going to be Azure, Entra, and everything Microsoft related? Or also looking at other ones?
No, I'm looking at other ones as well. So, Microsoft related, definitely. I think cloud certificates are still a big win.
Agreed.
If it is Azure or AWS or even GCP, still... Oh, that sounds like GCP is like the... No.
You didn't mention Alibaba.
No.
No,
so,
but I get you.
If it's one of the three big cloud vendors, it's definitely still value to your resume. But also because I'm shifting more from a technical role, I've been shifting more from a technical role into like management organizational role, like more strategic role. So I was thinking about like things like the ITIL framework, change management.
ITIL framework, the one thing that everyone wants to skip, but it's a good addition to your resume if you have it, when you have it.
Everyone wants to skip it, but there's a reason why every consultant, when you go into consultancy, that they say like, okay, go get your ITIL foundations, because it's just basic terminology for ITIL foundation at least. And the principles around it are so... If you follow the framework, if you go with the framework, everybody knows what you're talking about. That's the principle of a framework.
True. I think in terms of service management, it
yes.
gives you a great set of knowledge on how to approach things, how to measure things, how to make sure when you do a change that everyone is on board, there is no impact, people are aware of it. Like I heard for the change management, it's a very good thing. Yeah,
and I think that without getting too deep into the ITIL framework, I also think it's good that if you classify something as an incident, that everybody knows what an incident entails. If it's classified as a change request, that everybody knows what a change request entails. It's just definitions,
exactly,
and you define those definitions as they suit, and everybody's on the same page.
So you don't have your ITIL yet?
I do. Yes, I do, but it's expired.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the certificates that you need to redo every, 3 years?
Every year, actually.
Every year?
Yes. But they have like this principle, like, or at least when I got it, which was a while ago, you needed to or renew it every year, or you needed to do one grade higher. So you have the foundation, practitioner, and then expert or whatever. I don't know the levels anymore. But I never got to that because, for me, as everybody, when you're like younger and getting into IT, those structural managerial certificates are not your main focus.
No, they're not sexy at all.
Yeah,
you want to do cool stuff. You want to learn.
You want to do the technical stuff. So
exactly.
I rushed my ETL certificate and then went for my MCSA in Windows Server, which doesn't exist anymore. But so I went immediately for the technical stuff. But yeah, that's where my ambitions lie, to get more into those frameworks, Scrum, Agile, ETL, but also get the technical stuff, and hoping that with also learning about those things and getting a little bit more in depth, because I know Azure, I know what you can do in the cloud, but just getting more those tidbits and getting in those details, I think it also bring value to the podcast more. And I might even throw in a security certificate just to
let me know which one, and I'll I can recommend some. But actually, and cool that you say that. My goal for this year would also be to get a new security certificate, because I haven't gotten one last year. And my ambition since I started in this role doing the security stuff was to get a certificate every year. That failed this year. So I will try to get back on it next year. I also believe that the first certificates that I got, I think my very first one was the CRTP from Altered Security, Certified Red Team Professional. I think it expires next year. So I don't want to redo it because it's going to be, a lot of repetition, and I still have the expert version of it. But there are some cool ones. I think Azure Red Teaming Expert I still need to do, and there is also one evasion specialist, something like that. And it really focuses on bypassing modern security systems.
Now that we're talking about certification, there's one, like, there's a polarizing question, of course, about certifications. Are they necessary? Like, is it really something that you need?
Not at all. But it's an easy proof to show someone that you know something about it, that you know your stuff. Of course, you can easily just, I don't know, crush the exam and then don't do anything with it anymore and forget about it. But for me, it has an added value when you have them. It just shows that you did the course, you did the exam, you sat down and you compromised an environment in 24 hours and you wrote a report about it. And maybe I can even ask for the report to see how detailed you are, what your methodology is, whatever, but that's not even the most important thing here. If you have them, it's just an easy proof.
Yeah, I think for me it's more of a foot in the door kind of situation. Most recruiters, I'm saying most, are just looking at the certifications, and that gives them the broad ballpark. So if you have those certifications or experiences with certain technologies, that will bring them in to get you presented to the companies that have roles available, which is good. But I also think it's I don't know, it kind of loses value. Like it depends, or no, it doesn't lose value. It's how you approach it. If you approach it with the right mindset of like, I really want to learn and I want to master this, yes, please do it. It will give you a guideline. You're like in the box of something, you know how far and what you're learning. It's like a little bit more guided than just researching things on the internet and maybe not getting the full picture. But it's also, you can also do it completely different, where you're like, just like, oh, I want this shiny badge that I can put on LinkedIn, and you just go to like, you get an exam dump of whatever, you learn the questions by heart, the answers by heart, and you go into the exam, and because the exam dumps are pretty good.
Yeah, and that's pretty sad to see, but there are a lot of exams where you can just buy the answers on the internet. Like, for example, in the offensive security certifications, it's not just a multiple question kind of exam. You really need to do an assessment. You need to compromise a whole domain, for example. And the vendor who is giving you the exam, they have typically like 5 to 10, maybe 15 different environments with a different set of techniques you need to exploit in order to get domain admin and whatever. But they are all just, if you search well enough, they are on the internet, and this is an easy way to get your exam, to get the answers and to ace it. But those people, they will, how do you say that in English? They will get noticed when they're on the job. You're tasked with, I don't know, an easy task, just a simple web application, and you don't know how to start it. You don't know how to do your initial enumeration, to find a foothold, and then to change some exploits and get remote code execution. We will notice fast that you just cheated your exam, and then that certification doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I think in security it's a little bit more hands-on than it is in like the Microsoft sphere, for example.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. That's why I like our certifications. It's a cool test. It's like a real assessment.
Okay, Peter. Let's say I'm a student. I'm gonna graduate soon, or I maybe already graduated. I'm looking for my first job, or I'm in my first job as a service desk technician, or anything like that. But I want to go into security.
Already respect, because service desk is where you start.
What do you feel is like the first certificates I can go to?
I think nowadays there are a lot. Back in my days, you had to do OSCP, the offensive security one from offensive security, lol. And that was just the holy grail. That was everything. Now, to be honest, I would put you on Hack the Box and just get your certifications there. You have the certified bug bounty hunter, which is very good for web application pen testing. You have the certified penetration tester, and also red teaming certificates are also on there, I think. But I would send you to Hack the Box and just make sure you do your seasons, you get your boxes, and just give me your write-ups at the end. And by those write-ups, I will see what kind of progress you're making. Okay,
but this is for you personally, from a recruiter perspective.
I'm not a recruiter. I'm not your typical recruiter. Yeah. From a recruiter perspective, if I would be a recruiter, I would ask.
No, you're a hiring manager.
Okay, I would ask, show me your blog. Show me your website where you put all your research on, all your documents, all your, I don't know, cheat sheets that you created. Show me what you got.
But I think that's the difference, right? Because you have recruiter, and they look at the profile, they have the checklist of what they need to see, like they kind of know only with those qualities or experiences, like this little, they only know it with the CV. The hiring manager, he will look for attitudes, aptitudes, how do you view things. So I think that's where the difference lies in this. So the first step is indeed getting a certification. And if you would say like, get this certification, or is the market now so saturated that you don't really, like, any beginner certification in security will do?
I think so, yeah. No, I don't want to say that the market is saturated, not at all. We miss a lot of people with the right mindset in the security field, I believe. If you need to get a certification certificate, well, OSCP is still the best one for
Still the
recruiters.
standard.
It's still the standard, and it's too bad actually, because I don't like that certification. It is way too expensive for beginners. Like if you're a student, you don't want to pay 1,000 euros for a course and an exam. You want to pay a few hundred euros maybe,
Mhm.
but 1,000. Yeah, and otherwise you also have the very typical certified ethical hacker certifications, but
Mhm.
that's very broad and doesn't go very deep into the technical side of things. But
But yeah, for a
it
junior
depends
role,
who you're looking for. If you're looking for a junior that wants to get technical, for me, you don't need to have certifications. You need to have the right mindset and show me that you know how infrastructure works.
do you feel security is something where you roll into fresh out of school, or you need at
Yeah, you
least
can.
some media experience already somewhere else?
You can roll directly into it, but you're gonna have a hard time in the beginning, because before you can learn how to break something, you need to know how to build something.
Mhm.
If you don't know how to build it, you will probably be able to learn how to break it from the right mentor, but you will never be able to recommend a mitigation strategy or a remediation strategy. Like you found, maybe you found an exploit in a website, a vulnerability in a website, you were able to exploit it, you have your remote code execution, and now you need to go to the customer with your assessment and tell them, this is what I was able to do, which is cool, but the customer always wants to hear then, this is how you need to fix it. And if you can't deliver that last part, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's a so
It's a good one, huh?
little bit of thing, and yeah, you triggered a train of thought in my head. Being
I triggered a train of thought in my own head with this.
Because you want to be a security engineer, and you are most of the time, depends. Recruiters will not tell you which company they're recruiting for, so that's a problem. But if you are directly applying to a company,
Mhm.
go to their website and try to find a vulnerability on the website. That's actually one of the best ins in
Yes,
the company.
and that's also a very good sales technique. If you want to sell as a pen test, find something already.
But because the reason why that thought triggered is so a marketeer that needs to market your product, that needs to market your website, for example,
Mhm.
they will go to the company's website, and they will go and look like, okay, if I am the marketeer, if I am already in the position, what would I change?
Indeed.
What are my recommendations?
And then with those recommendations, you go and hunt for the job.
Yes. The problem is, as an ITer, it's not that out there. If you know what the company is using, there's something wrong.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, but it's yeah. I mean, as a junior, I think it's gonna be difficult to just find a vulnerability and then say, "Hey, I found this. Can I now work for you?" You need to be goddamn good already, or the company
But it is
needs to have no security team.
no true. But I think if I hear you talking, and if I need to summarize what you just said, get a blog, go on to Hack the Box, get stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
Go there, do the seasons, get the hard boxes, get the certificates that they give out, and go with that.
And write your write-ups. And I mean, because you mentioned Hack the Box, it doesn't need to be Hack the Box. You can also do some bug bounty platforms if that's what you're into, or try Hack Me, or some research into kernel drivers of Windows. Whatever you want to do in security, just do it and write about it on your blog. this is how you get started. This is how I got started as well all those years ago. I was doing Hang the Box with some friends. It was super cool. I told them that, hey, I am doing the first line of a support help desk right now. I want to leave here. I want to really do security. What is the easiest way to do that? And my friends back then told me, start a blog. And just once you have like 10 articles on there or 10 documentations and guides on how to hack boxes on Hack the Box, just apply and give them the link to your blog. And people who are interested, they will go check it. They will see there is content. Even recruiters will see there is content. They won't understand it, but they will be like, this seems very nerdy. Looks promising, and they will give it to the hiring manager, and then he will take a look and he will be like, it's not perfect yet, but I can work with this.
Yeah, that's true. Actually that's the thing. Like, it's selling yourself, right? And then even if it's not understandable, you're still out there. You're still putting things out there. So yeah. Okay. So a blog. Hack the box, blogging. That's how you become a security engineer.
Well, it worked back in my days. I hope it still works.
I would think so, because I think even now online presence and social presence even got more important.
Ooh,
so
yeah, indeed.
I think it's also risky, right? Because if you can sell yourself pretty well, you can open doors, but doesn't mean you can fill the shoes.
You still need to be, worth it.
For me, I would say, like, if I would then reflect it to me, depends what you want to do, of course, because infrastructure is pretty broad. If you want to go into more of a cloud engineer role, go get AWS practitioner.
Practitioner.
Go get
even if you want to go into security, AWS practitioner is an amazing certificate to hold.
Go get an Azure fundamentals if you really want to start easy, or associate, like Azure administrator, not associate. Go for whatever GCP has, because I don't know their certification track.
Do they even have?
If you want to go into DevOps, go and check out Kubernetes or Terraform. Like, really good certifications there.
I would definitely go for Terraform. Kubernetes might be a bit too difficult in the beginning. Maybe start with Docker, learn Docker.
Yeah, but you get the principles of that in the Kubernetes certifications. And Docker doesn't have certification track as far as I know.
Just try to build a Docker application, host it, and do cool stuff with it.
Actually, like, if I need to get a good resource out there, Tech with Nana, it's a YouTube channel. Really good for DevOps engineers. If you want to get into that, she brings out really good videos, really good content. Then my space more, if you want to go into like modern workspace management, go for the MDM certificate. So I think it's MD100 and MD101 in the
I've heard of them.
Space.
Yes.
It will teach you about Windows 11. It will teach you about how to set up Intune, like everything surrounding that. And that's a good start. If you want to do more VDI, go for the Citrix certifications. They're also pretty good. Other ones for if you want to do on-prem stuff, VMware certifications are still pretty good.
Do we still want to teach people VMware? I mean, Broadcom is almost soulless.
It's not because the company is soulless, their certifications don't mean anything anymore.
No, okay, true. But no one is going to have a VMware environment at home anymore. Everyone is going to have Proxmox. And
probably.
I think concepts are still the same. Virtualization in concept-wise, it's very similar. If you can maintain your Proxmox at home, I believe you will be able to learn how to maintain VMware at work.
Next one. If you want to be a network engineer,
what do you learn?
CCNA.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But why? Because who's still using Cisco?
Okay, but
It's the
CCNA
same concept.
is a lot. Well, Cisco is a lot in there, obviously, but they also teach you the non-Cisco protocols, and just conceptually,
Yes.
they will teach you the 7 layers of the network, all the OSI layers. They will teach you what layer is responsible for what, why we have everything, and they will most importantly learn you that DNS is layer 7 and not layer 3 or 4.
But it's the same with the VMware stuff. They will also tell you what is virtualization, how does it work, what is the concept. So you have the general concepts of it all. And okay, it has a flavor on top of
I
the
see
vendor.
a clear difference here in opinion, because I'm more of a guy that I didn't learn so much in school because I've never been a good student.
Neither was I.
But let me try and do it by myself, and I will learn it. I learned hacking by myself. I learned infra stuff by myself. I am now learning coding and all that stuff by myself with the help of AI, obviously. But if you can show me that you did it or are doing it yourself, I will believe you, and then we can work.
Dedication is part one, right? Drive and dedication and wanting to learn something. But that's what I mean. Like, certifications might be the foot in the door. Dedication and drive and passion and wanting to get, like, attitude is what gets you hired.
Definitely, yeah, indeed, very true.
Because I would hire someone that is willing and eager to learn something over someone that has a high diploma and doesn't give me the vibes of like, yes, I really want to get to know this. I want to get stuck into this.
I 100% agree. My opinion is biased because I am that someone with no high diplomas but the knowledge. But no, indeed. How would you approach it if you're now a student, you're 18, no, let's say you're 21 years old and you want to get into infra? How would you do it? Would you go for the certifications, or would you set up a Proxmox at home, set up a Windows environment, try to play with all the components in there?
It depends on on your situation. Do you have the financial means to do it? Like 200 euros, 400 euros for an exam? Yeah, try to do the exam. You have resources online. Spend the money, get the exam. It will get you a foot in the door.
Okay.
If you don't have, and even if you have the money, also take an old laptop that you have.
Exactly.
If you are a gamer and you have an old gaming computer, take that computer, put Proxmox on there, and go play.
Exactly.
Like, go to like an outlet or eBay, buy yourself some modems, some routers, some switches if you want to get into networking. Go play. Like, the first thing you do is like if you still live at home, you tell your parents like, guys, I have an idea. We need better Wi-Fi. And you go and you install
and
better
just
Wi-Fi.
Do it. Exactly. Just freaking do it.
Guys, I have a project. Do you need to disclaimer with that? They will shout if something goes wrong, and you will be the one that gets blamed if something goes wrong.
Oh yeah, but that's also going to be a good learning lesson.
As well.
Because at work, the same thing will happen.
It's accountability.
Yes, very important part of the job.
I even had that happen a couple of weeks ago. So I installed some smart switches. It's not, but like managed switches at my parents'.
Oh, really?
Yes. And
nice.
The Wi-Fi is on those switches, and there's a controller on those switches. But I was like, yeah, I'm not touching those things, so I'm fine. I already provisioned like 2 switches, like just plug and play. The only one, like my mom was still working, and she goes into a Teams call, and I'm like, okay, last switch, all good. I'm gonna do this. But I live provisioned them, so I didn't pre-provision. I just plugged them in, provisioned, and let them go. Because I have no port tagging or so yet, because the router only arrived today. So I unplug the switch, I plug in the new one, and all of a sudden I hear like, "What's happening? What's going on? Why am I dropping from the call? Can you hear me?" hello. And I'm like, fuck.
Nick, my son, did you do anything?
So then I quickly reverted it, and I decided to pre-provision the switches first.
That's the better choice, but I get it. I'm all for live testing. Living on the edge, taking risks. Why not?
Just waiting until everybody is done, and then you can do this.
That's the moment when you do the live testing. They say real men test in production, but real men wait until production is not as busy to do their testing.
Talking about testing, Peter. Talking about testing.
Yes.
I think we should test a new beer.
The first beer of 2026.
Yes.
That's a lie, but the first beer on the podcast in 2026. For you, it is the first beer?
It is actually, yes.
Damn.
I'm taking this serious.
Indeed you are.
So you asked for an IPA, so I digged. I got a new box of beers from my brother for Christmas.
Thank you, brother of Nick.
Yeah, because he supports the podcast, of course. It's actually from a Belgian company called Beerbox. They do actually, like, you can go to their website, pick out beers, have it sent to you. Really good for a gift or just to experiment yourself. Notice they have a lot of the Brussels microbreweries, and I think today we will have one of those as well.
It's from Brasserie Hop Position.
Yes, it's from Hop Position.
Go Hop.
It's an IPA.
Yes.
Called
Session IPA. Myrte Citronné.
Yes, so it's
it's called
Citroen.
Wahil.
Yeah, the beer is called Wahil, and it is
Wahil.
Wahil. It's a lemony, citrusy kind of IPA. And it definitely had.
It was very eager to come out of the can.
Yes. It's a canned beer, so that's maybe a thing. But yeah, most microbreweries try to do cans because it's better for production.
It's easier, I think, at least.
Shouldn't talk too much about microbreweries. I can definitely smell the citrusy already.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all over the table now.
Let's start with your glass.
Yes. All right. So
yeah.
It's not open properly. So technical issues with the beer.
Last month it was with IT stuff. Now it's with the beer.
Yeah. Well, looks very yellowy.
Very trouble.
Is it unfiltered? I don't know if you can see it on the can. Because it is pretty... Oh, it smells very citrusy, like the lemon.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. Very zesty. But good. I think definitely like a beer you want a really cold summer evening, which it's just cold now, not summer evening.
No. Well, it works. It's evening. It's cold.
Yes.
No, indeed. Maybe because I said IPA because I like IPA beers.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, in this time of the year, you want to drink a brown beer.
Yeah,
brown
but
beers
I'm
are
not
for the winter.
I'm not a big fan of those, but yeah, I agree.
Brown beer, really? They have such good ones.
So it's pretty regular beer, 5%.
Yes.
It's actually from Limal, Brasserie Hop Position. and it has citron, pepper. Oh, there is a pepper in there, like a Trinidad Moruga scorpion. Very interesting. Good beer. Wagil.
Okay. The beer is okay, but it's nothing special to me. The taste is normal.
Yeah.
Maybe even, and I don't want to sound too bad, but maybe even a bit boring. I'm gonna give it a 2.25 on 5.
I will give it a 3.
The
Sounds
average
good.
rating of this beer is 3.5, and it's rated by 63% here in Belgium. So my 2.5 will stand out. They might send me a message.
Look at you being special.
Aren't I always? So, okay. We were talking about getting started in IT nowadays, and we were talking a lot about certifications or things to do to show that you can do what you want to do, what you say you can do, and what you will do on the job. What we didn't mention yet, and maybe it's an important part nowadays, how well should you know AI, or how well should you leverage AI nowadays in your job?
That
in IT.
is a very good one.
Oh, it just came to me when I took the sip. Maybe the beer isn't so bad after all.
That is a very good one.
Do you want to start with it, or?
If you had some time to think about it. For me, it's really just
actually, I
triggering
didn't.
something.
But if I would start right now, or what I am trying to learn myself right now is the whole MCP server agentic workflows and how to actually use and leverage those things to make your life easier and to get a better result in the end. Like a lot of stuff that I do at work is just doing some research, trying to correlate events, trying to, A happened, so now I need to action B, automate those workflows. And I think that's going to be a crucial skill nowadays.
Yeah, I think prompt engineering, a good prompt engineer will be good as well. Like,
I think we are going beyond prompt engineering now. And why do I say this? Because you can prompt your prompt.
Yes, because agentic AI is one level
It's
up, right?
it's a little bit higher. Yeah, and also important to know, not everything is agentic, right? Some things are just cute automations with a prompt in front of it.
It's just a workflow that gets triggered by your prompts.
But if you are working with MCP servers and your LLM is able to by itself think about what action do I need to take, what is the intent of the user, and based on that thinking process call a tool or an action, then you're getting into the agentic stuff, and then it gets really cool. And I believe if you want to start in IT now, you have to take AI with you. You will.
Oh, for sure. I think, and that's for me a little bit of the toss-up there. Like, does AI take away from critical thinking and skill? Because to give you an example, so today I was writing a query, but in Postgres. And I'm a Microsoft guy, so I only know Transact SQL. I don't know Postgres SQL.
Yikes.
It's basically the same, but there are small differences.
No, but yikes, we like Postgres.
So I wrote the query. It didn't give me any results. It gave me an error. And I was like, okay, let me put this in AI and see what I did wrong, right? So I put it in, and it was really something stupid. It's like, okay, to decline a string, you need to use one quote instead of double quotes. While in transact SQL, you need to use double quotes.
Okay, yeah, so stupid syntax.
Really stupid syntax error, but still, like, okay, I could have gone and figured this out and searched this on Google, and I would probably have found it pretty quickly, but still, AI, it took me 2 seconds. I put it in, it corrected me. I put in my SQL query, bam, done. So supportively, yes, AI, great. But when it takes over your thinking, so when you have a problem and you just go and ask AI, like, hey, look, I have this problem, solve this for me, then I feel like it's a limiting thing.
No, and that's a very good point you say. Yes, you still want to have the knowledge by yourself. AI is a tool that helps you. It enhances your capabilities, but it should not take over. You still need to have the knowledge to troubleshoot something yourself without AI. Why? Because whatever AI says, you want to be able to verify whether it's right or wrong. And when your AI is down, you will be useless. You don't want to be useless. You don't want to overly rely on AI.
Maybe like you don't need to know all the details and specifics, but you need to know the concepts behind it.
Exactly. Yeah, like for example, if you want to learn in offensive security some Active Directory hackings, and you want to learn what a silver ticket attack is, AI will be able to tell you a lot of things, will be able to give you a script or a tool, but I would still expect you to have the knowledge what the attack is about, which protocol are you attacking, in what situation can you use it, and what's the impact. And if you don't have that knowledge by yourself, then you're just repeating what AI tells you. That's not what we're looking for. I can do that myself with AI as well. You want to have your foundations right.
Yeah, I agree, and I think AI is a good tool supportively.
Mm-hmm.
So Peter, if I'm starting now, what are hobby projects that I could do at home with minimal to zero cost?
Oh, well, you do have to have some hardware at home, because you will want to build a lab. Just build your own home lab. This is where everything in IT starts. Set up your Proxmox, set up an environment, build it, and then try to break it and document your progress. And if you have some extra 100 euros laying around, buy a Raspberry Pi, set up some cool Docker images, maybe even set up an MCP server there and start playing with it. Like, for example, I actually, in the past 2 days, I've been playing with a very cool MCP server that is trying to AI power more than 150 security tools, offensive security tools, like, Nmap, Dirbuster, FIF, and all the cool things that hackers use. There is an MCP server now that will make you capable of letting an AI use those tools when you ask it to. So you can, through this MCP server, start a chat with, for example, Cloud AI, connect your MCP server to your Cloud AI instance and ask it, scan all the ports of this server, and it will call the Nmap tool and do that and bring the results back to you. And that's, I think
you still need to know.
You still need to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's why your fundamentals are very important here. But if you start to leverage these tools now, and maybe this is bad advice for a junior. Juniors don't do this, but if you're a senior in your role and you start playing with it, this is how you will be able to build a lot of more cool stuff, automate a lot of cool things. Like what I did back in the days was, and a lot of this is hack the box related, but I found a certain technique to exploit a certain vulnerability. I would script it, put it in my GitHub repo, and now when I encounter a similar situation, I can just use my script, change a few parameters, and the exploit will work. With these MCP servers, the possibilities are just endless here. And I would expect senior roles then to play with that stuff now. And I think that is super cool to learn. Wow, Nick is speechless.
Yes, I'm just thinking about the possibilities of, like, because it's human language, conceptual language, and the execution is done by AI.
Yep.
So basically you can work out frameworks, or you can put in a framework that you just give him the information that he needs to work with, how you want to do it, where you want to go, and it will fill in, or it will execute and do those things. So it's like, well, actually I have a good example. Like I'm using Cursor to code some stuff because I'm not a coder, but I have cool ideas in my head that I want to see executed. So there as well, like I tell them like, hey, this is what I want to develop. This is how it needs to function. And it will go off and make that. And then it will test that. It will push that out. And then when it doesn't work, I can do basic troubleshooting on it and tell them like, hey, look, this is not working because this is this reason, or even if I don't know, I can still tell them like, this is not working.
Troubleshoot it yourself.
Fix your stuff, please.
Yeah, indeed.
Right? Is it beautiful? Is it best practice? Is it... No, probably not.
You can always prompt it to code it in best practice. Follow the best practice principles. That's what I always do.
I'm getting better, like, because that's also the thing with AI. It's optimization of your prompts and your context that you use. So it's very important to not generate as much tokens in the context. But yeah, that's maybe a little bit too much detail. So Peter, if we would say, okay, AI is also definitely a skill that you need to get into. So if we kind of summarize the portfolio of skills that you can start building in 2026, it's certification to get the foot in the door, start a blog, get experience, get a
hands-on experience.
I didn't fully agree with the hardware part of your statement there, because if you just have a computer, you can run VMs on there, like just install.
Yeah, maybe. I never did it on my laptops. Back in the days, I used a lot of VirtualBox to run some VMs, but my laptops were never that powerful that I could have a lot of virtual machines running on there. So I might be biased.
Yeah, could be. But yes, indeed, performance is a thing. But if you can... if you can get through the fact that sometimes it will take you like a good minute to log into a Windows server, I mean, just getting the hands on is already something, right?
No, true. But yeah, I would say do all of those things, but be curious about stuff.
And if you want to be even next level and save resources, you can always use Windows Server Core.
Oh wow, yeah, that's next level. No one uses the core anymore.
Of course people use core. I think a lot of never mind.
So
I would still use core for some functionalities.
I never liked core.
I would even make a statement that for your Active Directory server, I would use Windows Server Core instead of standard,
you don't
or
manage your Active Directory from the domain controller itself.
Of course, so you have no reason to have a GUI on there.
Okay, no, I am totally gonna agree with you there, because I'm also the dude that if I need to install an Ubuntu server, I will just do the terminal-based one. I don't need a GUI. Who needs a GUI?
I've never installed Ubuntu server with GUI. I didn't even know that was possible.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's called Ubuntu Desktop.
Exactly.
But then
For
you
a
use it as a
reason.
server. That's still possible now. No, so you wanted me to give advice to junior people here.
No, I was just trying to summarize. So we have the lab part, we have the block part.
The certifications part.
Certification is foot in the door. Get experience by getting in your feet dirty, make a lab,
and if
blog about
infra or security is what you want to go into, start at the service desk job. Just do it. Get in the trenches. Be on the front line. Just for 1 year, 2 years. You're not gonna like it so much, but do it.
The reason why this is important is because it will learn you about impact. Because I feel a lot of people that come from get immediately into sysadmin jobs, they lack the soft skills, because that's one thing you also get with service desk, but also the knowledge of impact.
Yes.
Because when you do things at school, it's most of the time, and when you do it at home, when you do these lab exercises, it's in a controlled environment. You don't have the factor of a human in there that might not react the way you want to. It's the same when you deploy an application to a desktop. So many times it happened in the beginning of my career, like I needed to roll out the software to a computer. I tested it.
It worked.
20 times on my own device. Worked perfectly. I roll it out globally and I get error rates through the roof, people complaining. Reason why? I knew this update was coming. I knew I was installing this update at this time, and my PC was ready. I was not working and doing things and being in calls and running programs that might interrupt with it. Like, yeah, my testing scenario was pristine. So that's the thing. And when you go and do service desk, you know, like these rollouts can have problems. Like, do a rollout, like do a hardware refresh with the service desk. Do these things, like knowing what the 80-20 principle really means. Because there will always be people that are a little bit harder to reach or don't want to work with you the way you think they might work with you.
Exactly. That's why I said do it for 2 years at least. Then you will have all of those things. You will have done it at least once.
Yeah, I agree. 2 years of service desk,
and then you can move on.
And then you move on.
And then
because you also don't want to stay there too long.
And then you can decide whether you want to be cool and join security, or you want to be boring and do infra. And with that note,
wow! And on that bombshell,
we can end the podcast here today, because we are on a hard clock.
Yes, for sure.
Unfortunately,
I just want to say the statement Peter said, I don't agree, because every time security needs something, they need to call infra to fix it. So
yes, because division of powers.
Exactly. We are both powerful. We're both cool. Let's keep it on that. I don't want to start 2026 with a fight.
No. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Today was a bit of a different kind of episode, and I hope one of the listeners is maybe a student trying to get into IT and actually learn something from it. If not, teach your kids.
Yeah, I think it's a good, it's a start of things. I think some of the things that we touched is even applicable to people that are already in the industry. Like, if you want to know what's next or maybe broaden your scope, it's never bad to get more security or more certificates or start up a lab, get stuck in, like
just do it. Yeah, that's it.
If you want to get to know something, if you want to do something, just get hands on, get on it.
Exactly.
Like, get that experience. And it's just also fun, Or, yeah, like...
It is. Who doesn't want to have Proxmox at home to run a stupid Docker image that they just vibe coded?
Probably everyone a lot of people, but...
Maybe. Okay.
but we are nerds.
It's just me. Well, I expect nerds to be listening.
So, yeah, a little bit of a different episode. Next month we'll be here again with the regular programming. Other updates, we are now on Audible and Amazon Music as well, for the people that are interested in that.
Amazing.
We had our first commenter on YouTube, which was also a fun experience, so thank you for that. If you want to reach out, if you want to leave a comment, we will reply. No worries about that.
Yes.
And if you have some topics you want to have covered, let us know and we will gladly include them.
All right.
So that's all from me, Peter. Do you still have something to say?
No, I don't think so. I already said everything I want to. So
all right.
Thank you for listening.
So thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Till the next one.